All right, so number 29. For this, I'm going to open my whiteboard. The whiteboard, you can only write so much. You can't write a lot, and that's why it won't be convenient to do everything. Okay. You guys see my whiteboard?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right.
So, do we tell you the exercise?
I already see it. It's
okay.
Who gave me 30? Number 30.
It's number 29.
Okay.
Yeah.
29.
That's what we're doing instead.
6-2, I'm going to do 29. And everybody else, please prepare any questions you may have. Okay, so number 29 says, let me write it first. Plus. It is at this one, I know it's a little, yeah, it's a little.
Plus, actually, it's plus.
29.
Yeah,
no,
plus 3yp.
No, it's
No?
y squared minus 3yq minus 15q squared.
Make sure you're all
Sorry.
6.2. So the question is, always read the question in the instructions. What do you need to do? So the question is to factor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so factor, that's the keyword. Before you answer something, you want to know what is he asking.
If 15q2, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So if, y to the second negative 3yq minus 15q squared. So before I do this, let me do an easier problem. Let me do an easier one and try to factor it. So this problem here, trinomial, we want to factor it. So what do you think you do? When we disconnect after this, please join back in, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Do you find the lowest common denominator?
Not the lowest. So to factor this, first you want to start with 2 parentheses.
Yes.
Right? You put x and x here. But we need 2
numbers.
numbers.
Oh, that one. Okay, sorry.
Right? We need 2 numbers to put here in parentheses. We find those numbers based on these numbers, based on 6 and 5. So how do you find?
So it'll be 2 and 3, because 2 plus 3 is 5, and 2 times 3 is 6.
Exactly. So 2 numbers that multiply to 6, and the same numbers add up to 5.
Mm-hmm.
2 numbers, so you say 2 numbers multiply to this number here. Okay, multiplication. Same number used here, same 2 numbers. Here you either add or subtract them.
And it should give you the same answer.
To get this number, that's right, could this number positive 5.
So it'll be x plus 2, x plus 3.
Okay, so again, everyone, when you have trinomial, it has 3 terms. You want to factor it. First you put parentheses with x and x, and then you need 2 numbers that multiply to this number, positive 6, and add up or subtract to this number based on the signs of the number used. So the numbers are 2 and 3, 2 and 3. Positive in this case, because we used positive 3 here, we need to use positive. As you can see, 6 and 5. So that's an easy one. So plus 2, plus 3. That's it. So that's the answer here. We factored it. It's a little more complex, but the method is the same.
The same.
So instead of numbers, we don't have numbers, we have some letters. Basically, you want to find 2 numbers that multiply to. In this case, multiply to this number. So instead of 6, we have this number here, right?
15.
And instead of 5, what do we have?
3.
3 and q, if you put the y here. So we have x and x, right? In this case, it's y and y. Let me put the y. Let me put the y on the other side. Let me put the y here and the 9 here. I mean the q. So the y and the q. On y. So it's going to rearrange so it makes more sense.
You can do that?
There's always x and x, okay? Or y and y. So we need 2 numbers that multiply to this. Same numbers add up to this. So instead of 6 and 5, here we have negative 5 15q squared and negative 3 q. So basically, what numbers multiply to negative 15 and add up to negative 3?
Minus 2
5.
times 5.
Minus 5 and
3.
3,
And 3.
positive 3.
That's right, positive 3. You want the numbers to multiply to this, right? So negative 5 times 3 is negative
15.
negative 15.
Okay.
But
Wait, what
can you
about
get?
And also do minus 3 multiply 5.
Yes, so we use these two here, we got negative 15. Now we're going to use the same numbers with the same signs. We have negative 5 plus 3, and see if we can get negative 3. We have to get exactly negative 3. Are we getting negative 3? Are we going to
No,
get?
it's minus 2.
That's
Mhm.
right. Okay, so it's not equal. Can't get this number. Okay, again, the number must multiply to negative 15 and add up or subtract to negative 3. Just like here, 2 times 3 is 6. 2 plus 3 is 5. Here, there's no way you can get negative 15 and negative 3. If this was negative 2, it would be good, but it will not work with negative 3. So if you can't find those numbers, you basically say, can't factor its prime. That's basically the answer here. Prime can't factor.
What?
Okay, it's not always, yeah, if you can't find it, that's not a problem. Not everything can be factored.
It's
You know
so
what I
crazy
did?
how easy it is, and then
You know
we
what I
break in
did?
our heads.
Exactly, I told you it was easy. It was hard and easy at the same time.
You know what
Oh
I
my
did?
God.
Mm-hmm.
I did y time 15q.
Oh, Miriam.
Okay, because it has to be the same letter, same variable. So y and y, those you don't touch, just like x and x. If you only want to play with the numbers here, make sure you're
I watched the video. There is another option to find the factor, but I used that option. I
Mhm.
didn't find the both factor.
Right,
There was another factor plus another factor. That's what I found.
right. Sometimes you find it. It's not always this. Sometimes you can find the two numbers, then you factor it, just like we did with this example. But if you tried every number and it doesn't work, so keep in mind, sometimes it can't be factored, just say it.
So wait, what do you do? Can you show an example with the extra variable? Like you see how it's like QY, like can you show how you would factor it? Like
So let's say if this was 2, it would be convenient. Let's say this is
Because then it's gonna be easy to do it. Yeah.
then it will be good here, right?
Yeah, you can use the
here,
minus 5 and the 3.
that's right. It will be negative 2, will be negative 2 here. Then that's good. So negative 5 and 3 are the numbers. So we need the numbers that multiply to negative 3q squared. So the number is going to be, you can add q here and q, right? It will be q squared, right? Because that's what we have. Negative 3 times, negative 5 times 3 is 15. Q times q is q squared. That's exactly what we have here. Same thing, add the q here, add the q. What do you get here? Negative 2 what?
Q squared.
Not squared because we're adding.
Oh, just Q.
A,
That's exactly what we have here, negative 3q, negative 2q, if that was negative. So now to factor them, we're just going to write them together. Okay? So
What
now,
about the y?
the y? Yeah, so now we're going to write it in this form. So here we have the y instead of the x. So we're going to write two parentheses. Start each one with y, the other one with y. And the numbers we look for are this one and this one. Just like here we had 2 and 3.
Yeah.
So we're
So
going
it's
to
gonna
put,
be a negative
that's right, it's going to be negative 5q.
Mhm.
And what's the other
positive
number?
positive 3q.
Exactly, positive 3q.
Hmm.
And that's it. So they're pretty much the same as this, except they're adding that variable there.
And that's how you get the 2qy. I got it.
Exactly. So now if
When
you
you
distribute,
multiply it.
exactly, if you
Distribute it.
multiply this, you distribute all this, you will find this back.
Why they make it so complicated?
I spent 3
Jesus.
whole hours on that problem.
It's tricky.
And it was
hours.
just can't factor.
Yeah. So if I give you, for example, this, right? And plus, I don't know, 5. It's a factor. Can you find two numbers that multiply to negative 5 and add up to positive 7?
No.
You won't be able to find them. So try all the possible combinations. Usually there are like 4 combinations of these. Change the sign. If it doesn't work,
Okay.
it's prime. Okay.
So as soon as we know that we can add up the middle number, it has to be a prime number.
That's right. So start from the multiplication first. Find 2 numbers that multiply to 5. Obviously, you can't find 2 numbers that multiply other than 1 and 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
1 and 5. Can you get 7 from 1 and 5? You can't.
Nope.
Whether you add or subtract, it will never be 5. So start with the multiplication, then see if you can use the same numbers for.
So here,
if
like,
you
yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
By the way, we're gonna get disconnected soon. Rejoin the meeting right away with the same link and password. Okay.
Okay.
Hosseini, everybody, can you hear me? Please rejoin right away.
Sure.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yes. Go ahead.
Number 20.
Okay, let's finish this one and I'll do the other one. Okay, after we.
If you wouldn't have shown us how to do this, probably would it be like in the example that you put in red? Probably I will be doing like 5 and 2.
No, seriously, honestly, it's like only one time. Like if you one
5
time,
and 2 won't work. 5 and 2 will be 4 times 2 will be 10. It will not be negative 50.
No. The bottom one, the example that you give the bottom
here.
one, there is no prime. Yeah, trying to find a way of getting 7.
Oh, okay. It doesn't always work. Just keep in mind, it's not always possible.
Exactly. So
That's prime.
Sorry.
On my board.
Sorry.
who's doing that?
What is this on my board? What the hell is this?
Sorry.
Don't play with my board.
I'll be sorry.
Okay, it's gonna disconnect. Rejoin right away. Okay? We're gonna resume right away.